All right, this is part two to my video. Today is Thursday morning, and I'm getting ready to go to Oshner. I was explaining some of the things that you guys may have questions about or just not may understand. Now, I do know because of who this is. I don't know their name, but I do know he's a white Caucasian doctor. I have to call out all these people in case it's an investigation. It's no different from walking up, finding a body, and you got to investigate who all this person was around. You have to throw it out. I have to do it this way because I'm not getting any respect from lawyers. I'm not getting any respect from certain police officers because, like I say, they are being paid to keep quiet about it and to do certain things that are very harmful to me. Now, I don't know if they know the situation that's going on, but I'm innocent. I don't know what the protocol is for certain crimes, but this would fit more so for a terrorist. And I heard that's what they put terrorists through, certain things like this. These things can be very deadly if they're going through the wrong parts of your body. I started feeling something like it was tearing and removing something from my body. I've never had any problems with my rectum or my bowels. Never had to go be seen for them. I had a colonoscopy did at Southwest in my younger years and had a very healthy rectum. Before I came here recently, I had went to Southwest because of what happened to me in Harvey with the strings that were not authorized to be put in me. Had no reason to put them in me. Like I say, if they're trying to say that I had to have them, then why not? I mean, where is the video footage at Oshner or Tulane or West Jeff? Where it come from? Or me prepping for surgery or signing papers, or anybody can forge your name on something, and I'm not going to have a surgery or have anything did to me at a hospital without my family or talking to them about it. I've been going through this for about 8 years, the stalking. After that, it started gradually with when I moved alone because I was always with someone. That's when it started, when I got in my own apartment with them taking things. I would wake up not in the same, with no clothes on, my rectum wet. They had a rectal tube put in me that I did not need. They put it in me to hold things, and they don't keep it down there. They pull it up. I can feel them pull it up, and I think they're holding it in the strings, sex strings. And the reason I say sex strings, and I know about them, they're long cords that are placed on the inside of your body. A surgeon has to do it, from what I read about. And they can be used for a number of things, for sexual pleasure. And they also, surgeons use them to store medical equipment inside your body that they may use doing whatever little minor procedure they can do with the surgical strings. Why they would put that in me, I'm not sure. But it all happened the morning that I went back to Oshner. I had been there twice I had went last night, and they wouldn't give me the proper x-ray. So that morning, I waited for shift to change so I wouldn't have the same run-in with the doctor. And as soon as I got there, they sedated me, only after asking questions why I couldn't get a full-body x-ray. My x-ray, when I did get them, and they would give them to me, they looked as if they were tampered with. It wasn't the same body structure. No, I'm not an x-ray tech, but I know my body frame and I know my body structure. It was a little broader man than I. He looked at as if the way his body structure was, he could have been a Caucasian male, and he took his x-ray in clothes. And you can tell if someone take their x-ray in clothes. I had nothing on of that sort, what I saw in the x-ray. It looked like it could have been some pink joggers. I've never owned pink joggers. And this man was very broad in the hip. I know that they were swapping my x-rays out, having people of the same body frame, because I didn't just go once. I went several times. And this was just from things moving in me. Now, if I knew this, and surgical strings, they move, stents move also, and they inject you with things. They were putting bad things in mine. I was pierced. I had to go to West Jeff. I had pictures of those. The strings came through my penis and pierced me at the top of my penis. It's just been an ongoing thing. I had people come into my apartment and rape me. Like I say, I don't know what they could have said for me to get this type of treatment, but just calling some things out there. I have never murdered no one. I have never robbed no one. I have never molested anyone. Someone told me that someone they knew was going through something similar to this. And she was so glad that I spoke about it, because she think her son was going through this, was a victim of an organ stealer organization, and also sex trafficking organization. When I did my petition and got my signatures, and the reason I did that, because I wasn't getting any respect because of what the doctors were saying. They're taking their words more than mine. They have access to my phone. When I post different things on Facebook, they go back and rewrite it because they have access to my computer. That's how much they have tapped into my system. They have called my best friend, Annette. They'll call the officer here, and then he'll call her, and they'll have them to do different things. I didn't want to know exactly who was advising her, because I didn't want to make her feel comfortable, but she did, in so many words, let me know that someone was, and it's a possibility that they are cash apping her money. She said she would vouch for me, and she have also noticed things that wasn't normal since I've been here this short period of time. Like I say, with the organ stealing thing, I found out that certain celebrities, doctors, and surgeons have their own team of people. They may have one surgeon, they may have one doctor, and they do, private things for them as well that, may cost a fee. These type of organizations, and this is very true, this came from someone that I work with because they experienced it, and I could be going through one or the other. Sex trafficking, I can believe it because of where they place these things and the things that they inject in me on the inside with the stents that give me a sexual feeling, or to be irritated as if they're putting drugs in me. I lost my train of thought. I try not to forget anything, because if anything happened for us with my health, my spine, my rectum, my digestive system, I want to have it on file. But I do think they are trying to destroy it so that I can have a health problem with the strings and things that they put in me. I don't know why it's so hard for our people or anybody that you're trying to reach out to. I find it hard to believe just because I'm black, I'm gay, and I come from a different area code than you. Just because I'm gay, it doesn't mean I want every man. I do not live that type of lifestyle, never have. That's why people that I know are having a hard time understanding, why I'm having so many problems and why won't anyone help me? Because they are doctors and they are attorneys, and they thought I wouldn't say anything. After they raped me, I was brutally raped. I was put to sleep with stents. And men came into my apartment. Some I saw, the ones I saw, I reported. Now, I don't know why Trevor, or I haven't spoke to him since the allegation, but if someone says something about me, and he knows it's true, he's very close with my cousin, and if someone was making these statements, why not try and get in touch with me or inbox me on Facebook and ask me what's going on if it's not true? there were a number of people. Darren Jackson. Darren Jackson became involved in this because I know a lot of people saying, well, Darren is a doctor and Darren is, who cares when your life is at stake? I wouldn't say anything about anybody if it's not true. He involved himself in what I had going on only because he was a black doctor, I do believe. And when things got hectic, he wanted to get out of it. He knew the guy that I was dating, the former mayor, David Travis Riggin. I don't know why. I didn't understand why at the time that they could have had dealings. This was back in 2015, but it's all coming together now. I want to say something, but that's going to take it to a whole nother field. But just know that I'm not saying anything on him that is not true. Anybody know me? No, I don't do that. And if I'm doing this, then it must be some truth to it. I have no reason to lie. I'm only expressing the things that I'm feeling and that I'm going through and the treatment that I get. I post on my Facebook page with the Acadian driver. That is how I get treated because they're advising them to treat me that way. When I go to the hospital, they don't want to do an x-ray on me. They're telling me that they don't see anything when I know that's not true. And they're only doing that because they're advised to do so and because of who I am as a person. And they feel they don't have to tell me anything. I'm really not trying to get anybody on my side. It's just more so trying to get you guys aware of what's going on in the world and how they're doing our Black African American men. Like I say, I have been tortured with this, tortured on the inside. And they don't want to be held responsible for it. So they're doing everything in their power to, make me look like the bad person or make me look like I have a drug problem. If I did, I would say it. I would go get help. Or trying to make it seem as if I'm the one that's having problems on my job. I can't keep a job. Well, if you're calling them, telling them things that are simply not true, then they're going to start treating me different. So those are some of the things that I'm still currently going through. And I have to voice those things because if there's no record of it, then that gives them a chance to do what they want. And they're going to believe them because of their title over me. So I have to go a little further. Like I say, it's no record of me signing up, getting anything from Ochsner, any type of surgery. And once again, with I was speaking on that with celebrities and with doctors and people of power, certain power, they do have a team. And if they feel they want to do something or it's an organization, they can send people out to your home, which is doctors and surgeons. These people are very powerful and they have colleagues, they have friends that are surgeons and doctors. And I heard when I was living in New Orleans that they were stealing Black people organs. And they were doing it this way and setting it up this way so that it don't come back on them. And I have been having issues around certain organs and feeling things that shouldn't be in there. That hasn't been authorized. I would never do anything to jeopardize my health. I would never do anything to jeopardize my family reputation. And these doctors hired police officers to come into my home. I guess they use these certain police officers on the regular. I can point them out. They did sexual things to me. Also, I'm traumatized from it. Certain areas, I'm traumatized from it. But they do, and I have heard in other cases since I've been posting, that, they can send people out and they can do, certain things to you and put inside of you that can cause you your life. Doctors can too. They know surgeons, they know doctors. Use your head. It doesn't take much. It's easy for them to get the equipment and they can come to your house and do things and own you. just through what they have in you and operating it. And they can speak through you through certain surgical equipment. It's a tube that connects to the surgical string. They can remove tissue. It runs up. It's operated through an app, and it can go right to your ear, small as a needle. And it speaks. It's so difficult to talk about these things because I don't want to be looked at in a certain way, and I don't want to embarrass my family, but I have to express it. You may not know about it, but I'm pretty sure it'll reach someone that does. So don't knock something you don't understand. Or, don't judge something you don't understand. Like I say, I just want justice from this because I was done wrong. I was raped constantly. It was recorded. I was taken advantage of. I was trapped when I was in Harvey. Also, a guest attorney law firm. I mentioned his name because I want you people to know that I have a record. And that paperwork you see on Facebook, that's the paperwork that I received from him. And that's how much money I got from him for a crushed kneecap. I put that on there about him because the police got to him and told him my situation. I do believe he kept some of my money and distributed it out through whoever, the police officers that advised him not to file it as a crushed kneecap. I crushed my right kneecap. That's why I walk with a limp. A Ram truck came on Stump Boulevard in Harvey, right in front of the Waffle House. There's a Waffle House, and I was directly behind Home Depot and hit me. I fell to the ground, crushed my kneecap, and I had to go to the hospital. I went to, I think it was Two Row Hospital down by the Garden District. It was either Two Row or Tulane. From there, I endured 6 months of horrible pain. I called my aunt, my late aunt at the time, which is Shirley Ann Hendricks. She also passed away during the process of this, and I think it's very suspicious. They also said that people have passed in other families when these doctors couldn't get what they want or they did something that wasn't right. Things happen suspiciously. But going back to the guest attorney, because I want you guys to know that it's facts and everything that I say. I called my aunt and I was telling her that I was in the hospital. A truck had hit me on my bicycle. She advised me to a good lawyer, which was Guest Attorney Law Firm, and I went to him. I did my x-rays, and he told me he was going to pull the x-rays. When he pulled them, he assured me what he saw was a crushed kneecap. By the time we got ready to settle with the case, he had changed it to a fracture when I was coming to pick up my money. So if he did file it as a fracture, that would affect my money, but it wasn't. It was a crushed kneecap, and if they show you anything else, he changed it. I did take another x-ray during that time, but all hospitals work together with this lawsuit going on. Not a lawsuit. I'm trying to get justice for it, but like I say, I have a hard time getting a lawyer, and the things that they're saying is probably the reason why I'm still talking about it, because they have blackballed me, because they don't want anyone to find out what they have done to me and doing to me. I know that family was hired to play as if they were my family. There's a delay in my speaking. I just waved my hand. I want you to know that this is me. But I know certain families were hired to play as mine. Like I say, once I started posting, and before they did it, in 10 years, you can be done studied anybody's family. I just want a proper investigation, and I want a proper CAT scan to show proof of what I'm going through, because when I go, they don't want to do it. They're very suspect, and I just want someone with me of authority, of another nationality, preferred black, and I'm not racist, but I just know in the healthcare field, doctors stick together. And if it's something going on like this that's going to cause them a lawsuit, then they will lie. I think that's about all. I'm gonna go to the hospital today. I will be recording. I'm gonna see if they're gonna give me an X-ray. And I want you guys to hear what they say to me. I feel like the bottom of my digestive system has been taken out, or trying to be taken out. Like the very part of my stomach, it doesn't feel like I'm digesting my food. It feels like a string is sucking it away from me. Before it can even hit the bottom of my stomach. If someone call and say something about me, please don't listen to them, because they are not telling the truth. They are lying, and they're trying to keep a lawsuit from happening. They can have your call redirected. They have had my phone hacked. They have had access to get into my phone and reword things and change things, as well as Facebook. And I think it's sad when we're going through something. I'm trying to post my things, and Facebook won't even open up my page to rotate it, or when people get on my page. And I know this because I got on my friend's page and I tried to get on mine, and they show only certain things, and everything is open to the public. I'm going to, I do think that they cut my rectum at the very top where it goes into your, because I felt it and I heard something. Very light, sounded like a saw. For the medical people out there, I don't know what you can put in you that can cut you, or that can remove or do a small procedure in your rectum. And I know your rectum is very small, and I know you guys are thinking, well, like, how can you get something like that? Well, with the surgical strings that I studied, they can go down to your rectum, because they sit in the pit of your stomach, and they, like springs, they spread out through your body. Oh, I forgot my thought. Like, they sit in a tube and they spread out and they do different things, and the doctor or surgeon usually operates it. I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, I lost my train of thought. I hate when I do that. There's so much I be wanting to talk about with this. But I was saying something about the surgical strings. They spread out, they go through your body, and they also, surgical strings also hold stuff and move stuff. But tissue have to be removed in certain places for where they can go for what they're trying to do. And a doctor control it, and they're supposed to be ran on a special floor at the hospital. But when you do it private, and you're trying to, and you have, you know, mean intentions, then the doctor can take it home, and he has control over what's going on inside of your body, and also can do small procedures.